Have you ever been fascinated about learning about Middle Eastern countries? Well, today I'm going to tell you about one specific country in the Middle East called Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is well known for their rich history and culture, as well as being the largest country in the Middle East. First, I'll tell you about Saudi Arabia's cultural aspects, and I'll tell you about their communication behaviors, and lastly, I'll tell you about a current event going on. Saudi Arabia's culture is very unique. The cultural setting in Saudi Arabia is very much shaped by their Islamic heritage. The society in general is very traditional and religious. The religion of Islam has had a huge influence on society, guiding people's personal, political, economic, and family lives. According to the 2021 Cultural Online World's Edition entry on Saudi Arabia, in the section of religion, around 90% of Saudis belong to the Sunni branch of Islam. The remaining 10% are Shia Muslims. Mainstream Saudi Arabian culture varies depending on social status, tribe, age, beliefs, and origin. Islam originated in Mecca, which is modern-day Saudi Arabia. According to the 2021 Cultural Online World Edition entry on Saudi Arabia, in the section History, the Prophet Muhammad proclaimed the message of Islam, meaning submission to God, the people of Mecca. Islam's followers, known as Muslims, increased in number and started the persecution against them, leading them to flee to Medina. Medina and Mecca are the two most holiest cities in the world. The most popular holidays going on in Saudi Arabia are Ramadan, Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha. The lifestyle in Saudi Arabia is very traditional and conservative. Men and women dress in loose clothing and are expected to be modest all year long. And gender roles are very prevalent, as men usually have more authority over women, and women are expected to obey their male relatives. Now I will move on to Saudi Arabia's communication behaviors. Respecting and social etiquette is very important. Their official language is Arabic. Greeting with a handshake is very common. Greeting with hugs and kisses are also very common amongst people of the same gender. Opposite genders don't interact. Saudis have a very indirect communication styles, meaning that they don't share their real opinion and they just fake it to avoid conflict. Personal space and physical contact is usually only a problem when it's opposite genders interacting. Gestures are also used to help get their point across. According to the Gert Hosted and Michael Minkoff research on the page What About Saudi Arabia, last updated in 2010, the power distance in Saudi Arabia is 95. The individualism score is 25. Masculinity score is 60. Uncertainty score is 80. And then long-term orientation is 36. Lastly, I'll tell you about a current event going on. A current event that's happening in Saudi Arabia is the Houthi Saudi Arabian conflict. It started when Yemen's president handed his power over to Haiti. Haiti was a very weak president and struggled with it to handle many problems. The Houthis took advantage of this and they decided to take over, and which led to conflict. According to the article Yemen's Crisis, Why Is There a War, found in the BBC News, the Houthis and security forces who were loyal were thought to have backed his one-time enemy in a bid to regain power, then attempted to take control of the country, forcing Mr. Haiti to leave the country. This is where Saudi Arabia comes in. They both started going back and forth, causing each other to have huge conflict. They both had many missile attacks and drone attacks on each other, and this was labeled as the world's worst humanitarian crisis. First, I told you about Saudi Arabia's cultural aspects, and I told you about the communication behaviors, and lastly, I told you about the current events. Saudi Arabia was a very interesting country to research and talk about.